I have a feeling that evening gowns are your weakness.
Well, clothes.
Yes,
I love clothes.
You love clothes.
Yes, I do. I mean, if you come out and you look the way you want to look, you will create a mood before you open your mouth.
Exactly.
And sometimes that can be enough to get your audience exactly in the groove where you want them. Like last year, I wore the same gown for a year. Everywhere I went, I wanted people to remember me looking a certain way.
Yes.
It made it easier for me.
What was the gown like?
It was a black crocheted fishnet jumpsuit with a flesh-colored lining.
Yes.
So when I came on stage,
Oh, yes.
the illusion was that I was
Yes.
absolutely naked. I loved that.
Ah, yes.
It always kind of shocked
Whoops,
people enough
yes, and-
that they became mine immediately.
Yes.
Since I was 3, I've been playing the piano. I've been on stage. My mother is an evangelist, and I used to play the piano at her revival meetings.
Yes. You have one daughter?
Yes, I have one daughter.
How old is she?
She's 5. She'll be 6 in September.
I see. And does she play the piano? Does she like music?
Oh, she loves music. We'll sit at the piano when she's in the mood and pick out her own songs.
Yes.
She dances fantastic, and she mimics me all the time and has the nerve to tell me when I'm wrong. When I sing lyrics that are wrong, she'll tell me.
She'll tell you the
She's
lyrics
very,
are
very
wrong.
talented.
That's good.
But it's fun to her, and I want to keep it that
Yes.
way.
There was one song you sang in Newport, the one that starts enlisting the various things you haven't got.
Oh, yes. That's Ain't Got No
Ain't Got No.
and I Got Life. 2 titles
Yes.
to the tune. It is from a new Broadway play called Hair.
Do you remember the words? Of course you do.
Yes. It says, I ain't got no home, ain't got no shoes, ain't got no money, ain't got no class, no faith, no mind, ain't got no God. Then the song stops, and then it says, well, what have you got?
I got my hair, I got my head.
So you get the 2
Yes,
pictures right
yes,
there.
yes.
Really, in these days, in these hard times,
Yes.
is you must be grateful that you are surviving,
Yes.
that you have your help.
And of course, the last song you sang was very beautiful.
The King of Love is
King
Dead.
of Love is Dead.
Now that's composed by my bass player. Dr. King was killed on Thursday, and Gene Taylor composed that tune Friday. So it was completely inspired. In a narrative way, it is a folk song. Why was he killed? It was bigotry that sealed his fate. You can shed your tears, but they won't change a thing. Will my country ever learn? Must it kill at every turn? We have to know what the consequences of these acts will bring.
Folks, you'd better stop and think.
And beneath it says, folks, you'd better stop and think, because we're all heading for the brink, which is the truth.
Yes.
What will happen now that the King of Love is dead?
What's gonna happen?
So the song is extremely powerful.
Yes,
That.
it is. It is.
There's no conclusion, it just leaves you up in the air.
Yes.
It's a good time for black people to be alive. It's a lot of hell and a lot of violence, but I feel more alive now than I ever have in my life. I have a chance to live as I've dreamed.
Do you think that your child will be living through the revolutionary years?
I don't know, love. Whatever it is, she's
have a
going to
better
have
chance.
pride in her own blackness. She's going to have a chance to be more than just somebody who's on the outside looking in, like it's been for most of us and my parents before me.
Yes.
But she may see more bloodshed than I've ever even dreamed of. I
Yes.
have no way of knowing. That evolution,
Yes.
the cycle goes round and round.
Yes.
It's time for us.